Hey guys, what is up? It is Dangeles, and welcome back to another episode of the Victorian Mansion Let's Build. How's everybody doing? We're back. We're ready to continue to work on this house. Today, I want to try something kind of cool. I have an idea, and I think it might turn out pretty nice. I want to expand this garage. So I kind of talked about this idea last episode towards the end of the video, and in between that time and now, I've kind of formulated an idea, and I think I'm going to expand the garage, kind of like turn it and then have it go out over here. So it should be a nice addition to the house if everything comes together correctly. You know, sometimes I picture things in my mind that are going to look awesome and then they turn out to be not so great or not as good as I expected. So I'm just going to start to build it today and see how it goes. I kind of have this cool idea, and it's actually funny because it's going to be a little bit inspired from the Alpine Mansion. So that's kind of the plan today. So I'm just going to grab the materials that I need, just the basic stuff we've been using throughout the entire build. I might even grab some Dangeles anvils as well, the materials to make a couple of those. And I think that'll be good for now. So basically what I want to do is create like a curving design on the wall next to the garages that will kind of curve over to here where there'll be two more garages. Basically something that looks very similar to this. So I'm just going to give it my best shot. I should probably break some of these leaves here in this part of the driveway just so I have a little bit more space to kind of, you know, work on this thing. And I just broke a grass block that I just can't let that slide. All right, so here we go. I'm going to place a couple of blocks of stone brick in the idea that there's two here and then two there. So there's kind of like this Dangeles anvil is kind of like curving that corner, I guess. I'm going to place one more, and then I think I'm going to place two there. And then that, I think, is going to be the shape for my curving design that I have in mind. And obviously, this is now going to become walls, so I'm going to take this up right here and right here. And then I want to put like a window on this middle part, kind of like a window on the side of the room. This is the best way that you can kind of represent curvature in Minecraft. So I think I'll bounce one block up and then throw down three like that. Place another block on top of there, and maybe even one more on top of that. So we go like that and kind of run that through. And then because that window looks really bland just like that, we got to add some detail to it. So I'm going to throw some curving court stairs above and below this, kind of like that. And we'll see how this turns out today, guys, and if I can get a good amount of progress done on this thing, maybe we can work on the floor planning towards the end of the episode, but I just want to focus on this for the time being. So we have this here, and then I think what I'll probably do, this seems logical, is just to simply follow that quartz design around along the sandstone, and then I'll have it run down again right here, and I think that's the right spot for it. I might want to move it over one extra, so it would be right here instead. I think just looking at the design from above, that makes more sense. Yep. So this will continue to run down, and then basically you can kind of get the idea of what I'm going to do. I'm just going to have this exact same wall. So we'd come out two from here, and then I'd jump 4 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4 to right there. And then I would jump 3 more. Well, place 1 block there, so that'll be a door, and then that'll be 3 total. And then there, and then this would go out 2 more. So it would essentially be the same wall design completely. So let's just take this up, and then we got to figure out how to, actually that quartz is perfect, so we don't even have to touch that. So we'll run that down and connect it across, and that's really the idea that I have. I think it'll be simple, but hopefully it'll look nice, and I'm gonna have to try to expand that design there because we don't want to just leave it curving. We're gonna have to add something above that as well, so I'll work on that in a second. But let's just get this wall quickly filled in. So we take that down to there. I'm going to grab a door, some upside down dark oak wood stairs, and then maybe, just maybe, actually I'm going to throw down a Dangeles anvil right here before we do that. That way that's kind of like mirrored on both sides. And then I'm going to grab some sideways acacia wood. Well, what will eventually be sideways acacia wood right now. Take this up and then run this across 4 blocks on 4x4. And these are going to be our second set of garage doors, and this is kind of the idea that I have. So I think this is definitely something that's cool because we've been kind of bouncing the idea back and forth on what we want to do with this garage throughout pretty much the entire Let's Build. kind of, you know, being all indecisive about it. And I think instead of choosing whether to make a garage not connecting to the building at all or making one connecting, I'm kind of doing best of both worlds and kind of having a garage that not only connects to the building, but it also kind of like wraps around it and becomes like its own part. So that's the idea here, and I think it should look pretty nice. So I'm gonna throw down a dark oak wood door right there. We're gonna fix all that grass later. I'm not really worried about that right now, but that looks pretty fancy. Okay, so let me just make sure that this is all looking good. I'm gonna throw down another one of Danville's anvils right here, so we'll take that up, and then this grass is gonna get removed as well. I'll grab the anvil again and put that back, and that's kind of like a good start. So I'm gonna throw down some upside down quartz stairs. I am doing a complete mirror to the other side, so I think off camera I added some upside down sandstone stairs here just to add a little bit more detail to the place. You know, it can't hurt to add more detail, and because I'm trying to just put detail throughout the entire house. You know, we have so much detail in the front. I don't want that to, I guess, you know, I don't want to neglect it on any part of the house. And even just off of this like initial design that we have right here, this looks a lot better, and I think this looks mansion-y or mansion-esque or whatever the crazy word you're gonna use. So the next idea that I have, well, two ideas. I'm gonna try to build both of them, you know, simultaneously here. So let's see. I'm gonna grab some stone slabs. So my next idea is to create some sort of second level to this part. Something similar to what I had in the Alpine Mansion. This is the part of the build where I'm talking about, where I'm getting some inspiration, because in the Alpine Mansion we have like that courtyard of garages, and I want to do something kind of similar on this build, where we have, I guess, just kind of like a little circular thing connecting each one of these garages. So that's kind of the idea that I have, and I'm going to grab another set of dark black stained glass is what I should say, not dark oak wood, and right here. And then I'm just going to go ahead and place it like that. And I'm wondering if that's too big of a gap between the first and the second floor. I think that'll be all right. I'm not even sure if there's going to be a gap there, but I think that'll be all right. So next thing to do would be to break that open and take this up, because I want it to go 3, then 1, then 3, going all the way around, so it's an odd number. You guys know how much I love to build with the odd numbers. So I'll just continue that theme as we go. And then this would kind of wrap around 3, and then 1, and then back over here to 3. So it's kind of like a little circular shape, I guess. We'll take this up on each one of these sides here, and we'll punch windows in these later on, so I'm not really worried about the back yet. I'm just going to try to focus on creating a nice design on the front. Probably throw a regular stair there. Probably grab some panes for this. I think that's a good time to use some glass panes. Do 3 blocks tall of glass panes on each side here, so like that. And then I'll probably just take this up 1 extra layer here. Throw some upside down quartz stairs to match the regular quartz stairs that go below it. And I think that's looking pretty good. Let me throw down a pillared quartz above that, and I think this is going to be about as tall as I'm going to make it. Kind of lining up with the railing on the set, I guess this part of the garage, and eventually this side of the garage is going to have the same roof design, so I can kind of actually get started with that even right now. So essentially what I would do is just simply run this down with some of these stairs and turn it, then take it back this direction, bring it around town, take it up right here as well, and just kind of rinse and repeat this going all the way up, right? And we'll work on that more in a second. But let me just kind of take a step back and look at this design. You know, it looks good right now. This is kind of like what I pictured in my head, and I'm glad it's kind of coming together the way I planned, or the way I thought about it. So that's good. All right, so we're gonna do something like that. And then what I'm thinking is I'm gonna grab some more quartz slabs to be used to place upside down. And I'm just gonna run some quartz slabs going around like this. Again, I'm bringing it around town. Just kind of taking this all the way around and connecting it, just kind of snaking it around the outside of the thing, just as like a little perimeter. And obviously I'm gonna add a roof to this part. You know, it's gonna have its own separate roof. I think this will be a small little Victorian theme, but you know, it's just gonna be it. I guess it is what it is. All right, so for this part, I'm not gonna go too fancy. I'm just gonna kind of follow the pattern here, pretty much. So I'm going to just turn this around like this. Just take the stairs and just kind of snake them around just like I did for the pillared courts. And there we go. All right, so step 1 in the process is complete. And then what do I need to do now? I think probably stone bricks, because again, just like all the other parts of this building, I want to make it steep. Make the roofs kind of steep and look all fancy. So we're going to do that. Have this wrap around and just kind of connect all those shapes. So something like that. And then what I'll do next is probably place some more stairs. And I'm going to leave those corners open because I think I'm going to throw down that whole idea where I did... well, actually, I might place it like that. That might look pretty good. And then above this, I can do another set of full blocks. This roof is going to be a little bit tricky because it's, you know, it's pretty much, it's similar to what we've done like previously on this build, but a little bit different at the same time. All right, so let's just take a quick look at this from the front, make sure it's not looking too bad. I like it. So we just need to continue. It's looking good though. All right, so next thing I want to do is place a couple of more sets of some stairs, and then this is going to come off. I think this is pretty much in the bag. We've got this. It's all about just following the pattern from here on out. Probably just do this maybe. Go like that and like that. And then what I can do is I can grab a cobblestone wall and a couple of dark oak wood fences. Or just one, really. And there we go. Something like that, guys. I could probably do more to this, though. And the thing I'm thinking of would be to throw down some cobblestone walls. We've been doing this throughout the whole theme. Maybe a couple more up here as well. And kind of do it like that. That looks good. All right, so I'm happy with that. So this is looking nice. All right, next thing on the agenda is we're not done yet. We still got more to do, but from this angle, I like it. It's turning out good. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this down, and this is probably going to run down several blocks here. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Well, yeah. Should I make it? I think I'm going to make it even for this. I know I don't do evens very often, but I think over here it's 10, if I remember correctly. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I could make it 10, just like it is over there, but I think since this garage isn't connected to the building, I think I'm going to make it a little bit longer since I can, since it's actually something I can do. And plus, I guess this is like a garage on its own, so I think I am going to make it a little bit longer, just 2 blocks longer. You know, nothing too crazy, but that will be the plan. So I'll have this run down, and this will turn right here, and this will follow, and I'll just pretty much connect this and make this just a big rectangle. So it'll probably go to like right there or so. And then the sandstone runs across here. I probably won't even fill all these walls in on camera because it takes a long time. And it's not really necessary for me to do on camera since it's basically just kind of following the pattern. But I think I am going to just at least put the perimeters on each one of these walls for those of you who are following along, so it's nice and easy. All right, so something like that. And then what I think I'm going to do now is create some sort of back wall here. But before I even start on that, I think I'm going to finish this wall. I'm going to do this wall because I want to have like a specific window on it. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4. So that leaves a gap of 4 blocks. So let's make it a gap of 2. So it's going to be 5 and 5, and then 2 blocks of opening. So I'll place a couple of blocks right there. I think I'm going to do pretty much the same window design that I've been rolling with throughout most of this build. So I'm going to grab some black stained glass, and I'm going to do the quartz like this with the smooth sandstone behind it. Take that down 4 blocks, and then like that. And then on this side, I'm going to do that little T like that. I've been doing that pretty much throughout the whole build, and if it's not broken, no need to fix it, so I like it. And it's kind of like the same window idea as right here. So it's, you know, kind of consistency, which is nice on these mansions. All right, so I don't need cobblestone walls. You're banished. Let's just take this down and follow the pattern for just a second here. So I'm going to run this all the way down to somewhere over here at some point. Not sure exactly where I'm going to turn this. We'll figure it out eventually, though. I'm not sure yet. I really don't know yet. So I'm going to have to take this down over here. Have this run down. All right. So there we go. And then, like, I don't know where I want to end this wall. I could probably run it down. It makes sense for me to run it down right here. And I'll explain why. And that actually does connect. The reason why is that it's flat right there. So it would make sense for it to be flat there as well. So I'll probably do that. So I guess that's where I'll turn it. So we have already answered that question for myself already. So this is the spot. Let's go ahead and run down the quartz. And then once we'll turn the corner and bring it back this way to somewhere around here. I'm not even sure if it matters yet because I'm going to add another shape to it later on. But that will do that for now. And then the next thing I want to do is run the stairs down right here. And then we're going to run a couple more levels of stone brick and stairs. You know, the same idea we've been running with throughout the whole build. So this will go across like this. And I think we're looking pretty good. So we're just going to follow this design. Nothing to it, people. So I'll have this go all the way up. I might even just fast forward through this, possibly. Maybe not, because it's not too much more we need to do. So it'll turn like that. And I have to do a couple more levels here, I think, because I want to line it up with that block over there. So basically what I'm going to do, I am going to cut this because this is just a quick edit. I'll go do that, and then I think it'll go up one more to right there, and this will be the top level. And then in this spot, well, actually this will turn, so never mind. This will turn here, and this will turn right here. So right in this corner, right here is where I finally found the sweet spot. I'm gonna grab some anvils, and I'll place a stone slab, and that is going to be where that's going to turn. So I think that's all lined up. I might have too big of a gap right there. So actually, yes, that is wrong. I was gonna say that didn't look right. It's one block over, so everything's got to be symmetrical. And right when you see that lack of symmetry, the alarm goes off in my head. So I was able to spot that before it got out of control. But basically, I'm just gonna cut the video real quick, guys, and just basically copy and paste this going all the way around. Nothing to it. I think that should be good now. Yeah, that looks about right. So, yep, like I said, guys, I'm just gonna wrap that around the second garage here. I'll be right back. Okay, guys, I'm back. And that is what it's looking like, all filled in. So these garages are pretty much identical from that side to that side. This is kind of a copy and paste job. I think it looks pretty good, you know, just mirrored pretty much. And now we have a nice 4-car garage here on this mansion. Of course, it's a mansion, so it needs a 4-car garage. And I think I have all the symmetry correct. I'm going to go back and double check after the video just to be safe, because I don't want to miss anything. Or just any small detail be unchecked or unsymmetrical. So just like something like that right there, just to add a little bit more details. So anyway, let's go ahead and continue on over here, and we will just do the last little bit of this garage. And I'm going to take a wall up right here and bring this across. And this is basically the part where I'm just going to kind of fill it in off camera, because all this entire wall back here, I'm probably just going to leave just as a normal wall. Maybe add some detail to it or something, but for the most part, I think that's just going to be a blank wall. So as far as this is concerned over here, what I want to do is add some sort of extra space. Obviously, the back of this thing is going to have to add something to it. And since it's going to be hard for me to squeeze a connection between this garage and this garage through this small part right here, I think I'm going to add like an extra extension wall several blocks in. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think I'm going to do it from like here. So like 6 blocks in. And the reason why I'm going to do it 6 blocks in is so I can add an extra window right here. So we'll do 2 and 2, and that'll be a nice spot for an extra window. So we'll do that. So obviously for that window, it would just be something like this. We'll do the same exact idea with the window on the other side. It's not going to be symmetrical from one side to the other, but that's fine. I don't really have an issue with that. And then over here, let me further explain this idea, as this will eventually get double stacked, obviously, because the doors are there. But that gives us some space right here to open up a spot right there. This will get filled in right here. And that'll be kind of like the exit. Once you pull your car into this garage, You can walk through a door. There'll be a pathway through here that will turn into this part of the garage, which will be actually right there. That's perfect. So we'll have to come a couple blocks out from here. So this will probably be good. This is 1 block away from the door. And just kind of bring this across. So I want to make sure this is symmetrical to both sides. So I think it is, if I did my math right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that is perfect. We'll take this wall up right here. And I think I'm going to make this a flat wall. You know, I'm not going to go too crazy with this. I'm just going to make it a, you know, a flat roof, flat wall. You know, no curves to it. I could, you know, go a little bit more fancy and add some curvature to it, but I think I'm going to pass on that idea. And I'm just going to make it real simple. So I'm going to have some regular stone slabs running across there. And then I think I'm just going to fill this in with some stone slabs. As simple as it gets, guys. And just make this nice and flat. And we'll have like a storm drain connected to it. Maybe put some bushes on it to add some more detail. But that's really all I have planned. And then for the pillared quartz in here, we can break this now. This is no longer necessary. This is going to turn like that. That'll go there. 1, 2, 3 across like that. We can break that block. That'll go there. And this is going to turn like that. And I think everything is checked. That looks good. Okay, so coming back outside over here. This is going to run across and basically just get filled in. And that's about all I need for that. And then these small little spots in here that are unaccounted for, we're just going to throw down some extra stairs on both sides. There we go. All right, so that kind of closes off that space. We still need a little bit more work to do in here, though. So we'll take this across, and I can break that now and have this run down. And basically, this can be broken right there. So all the slabs that are underneath here are no longer necessary. Actually, that's not true. That one is. This one isn't. Okay, and we'll run the things down. So as you can see, I'm just kind of, you know, filling the perimeters in. You can come in afterwards and fill it in if you are following along. I'm going to do the same. And that's going to be kind of like the connection, right? So this room here is kind of like the way, if you are going to park in this garage, if you want to actually connect to the house without going back outside, there's 2 ways you could do it. You could go out this door, then walk over to that one, or even the front door, or you could just go through the middle, run right through here, and then walk across and go right through here. I did something very similar in the Alpine Mansion, so I think this will be nice. And yeah, so we're going to do that. And then to conclude today's episode, guys, I'm just going to fly back around to the other side and make sure that I did everything properly. But I think this is an idea that I had that I wasn't 100% sold on, but I think I am. I think I like it. I think this is going to be something that's good, a nice addition to the build. And just looking at it from a distance back here, that definitely adds to the back of the house. It makes it look, you know, potentially even more fancy once we start to get over to that part, which will be next episode. But let me just finish off today's video, guys, by throwing down some extra blocks right here. So I'm going to do an upside down quartz stair and some pillared quartz above that. And then we'll throw down another stair right there. And right there, we need to grab some glass panes. I'm going to grab some panes and then some full blocks of glass. We're going to go 3 and 3. And then we're going to punch open 3 blocks right there and fill that in as well. And this is just going to be kind of like a circular design, really. Well, as close to a circle as you can get in Minecraft. Alright, so there we go. And I think that's it, guys. I think that's where we're going to conclude the episode. But I like this. I think this is a nice addition to the house. You know, just keep on adding more and more things to this place and, you know, more and more detail. But that's a nice little closure on that garage. We finally have that part of that building, you know, figured out, and we have a nice design with it. I might still come in and add some windows here, like on these flat walls, just so, or these flat roofs, so they don't look as boring. But we'll get to that later on. But yeah, this is looking great. So guys, next episode, I'm gonna come back to you guys and get back to the floor plan as well as working on some of the back of the house, and we'll go from there. So thanks for watching, everybody. It's been Dangeles. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the Victorian Mansion Let's Build. I'm having a lot of fun with this Let's Build. It's been you know, one of the more unique houses I've done, and it's something I'm having a lot of fun working and experimenting with new ideas and things like that. So that looks pretty good right there if I don't fall off the wall, and I think that's a keeper. So again, thanks for watching, everybody. It's been Dangeles. I'll see you guys on the next episode. Peace out.